What's up, guys, and welcome to Flashback. After an intense split full of action, the summer playoffs are finally here. Everything is on the line, and a chance at Worlds hangs in the balance. So who's heading to semifinals and who's heading home? Let's find out. We kicked off the quarterfinals with a matchup between Schalke Nilfia and Splyce. Splyce activated the Niski playoff buff early, and he made Nukeduck pay with 2 huge early kills. But Nukeduck and Schalke hung in there and cooked up a creative split-pushing strat that helped them keep up with Splyce. Schalke's creativity didn't stop there, and with the game on the line, they called for an insane backdoor play that caught Splyce by surprise and stole Schalke a crazy Game 1 victory. Game 2 started with both teams trading blows, looking for any advantage they could get. Yet, it was Schalke who found the openings they needed to slingshot out to a 5k gold lead. But it was big mistakes from Schalke and even bigger plays from Niski.
Niski! Hello playoffs, Niski! Hello Splyce! And goodbye Schalke Nilfia!
That brought Splyce back and evened up the series 1-1. After the first 2 games, it looked like we were in for another crazy one in Game 3. And it was definitely crazy. Crazy one-sided, that is, as Splyce rode their wave of momentum all the way to a blowout victory that put them 1 step away from the semifinals.
Amazing's dead, Chachi's gone, and Splyce demolished Schalke in the river!
The Game 4 fireworks got started early when Splyce locked in a Vygar and Kog'Maw. And it looked like Splyce's gamble was going to pay dividends. But Upset must be a Silver Scrapes fan, because once he got rolling on Kai'Sa,
and Schalke say, not today, not 3 times in a row, they turn it right back around.
He made it rain damage as Schalke fired back to force a Game 5. It was slow early on, with both teams knowing their playoff lives could end here, yet it was Schalke who slowly inched their way out into the lead. But their big break came when Vizicachi's Poppy Hammer sent Xerxes flying to cleanly secure the Baron. And through superior macro play that spread the Splyce defenses thin, Schalke took Game 5, booked their semifinal slot, and guaranteed themselves a spot in Madrid. After Splyce and Schalke went the distance in our first quarterfinal, it was G2 and Misfits who were set to do battle for the last spot in the semifinals. Game 1 was a flashback to the first half of the split for Misfits as they jumped out to a quick early lead. And from there, they outshot called and outplayed G2.
Perks gets out, but not for long! Nom, nom, nom!
To take a convincing victory to kick off the series. G2 needed to bounce back in Game 2, but it was Misfits who were in control from the start thanks to huge plays from Alphari and decisive macro play. But with their backs against the wall, G2 stood strong against Misfits' Baron-fueled siege. However, once Misfits cleaned up their fighting, they took control of the game for good as they secured a commanding 2-0 series lead. It was do or die for G2 because one more loss would mean they would miss finals for the first time since they joined the EU LCS in 2016. Yet, it was Misfits and Hansama who dove their way to big plays and a massive lead. G2 wasn't going down without a fight though, and a huge combo coupled with beautiful team fighting felt like it had finally turned the game in their favor.
This is what they needed! Misfits cut through in an instant!
But Misfits weren't about to let G2 stand between them and Madrid. So when they caught G2 out of position, Hansama made them pay. He tore them to shreds to lead Misfits to a clean sweep of G2 and a spot in the semifinals. Now, all of our semifinalists are locked in. Who are you rooting for? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to tune in to the semifinals starting on Friday, August 31st when Schalke Nilfia take on Vitality, and then on Saturday when Fnatic look to defend their throne against Misfits. You won't want to miss it.